Here's a question that sounds obvious. Would you rather make $200,000 a year or $500,000 a year? Most people say $500,000. That's right. More money should mean a better life. Except Goldman Sachs just released data that destroys that idea. 40% of people making over $500,000 are living paycheck to paycheck. Only 16% of people making $200,000 to $300,000 are living paycheck to paycheck. The higher earner is less financially secure. That's not a mistake. That's the trap. My name is Jay, and this is the biggest financial psychology story of the year. I'm going to show you how someone making $500,000 ends up broke. Meet Sarah and Michael, both 42, living in California. Sarah is a marketing VP making $280,000. Michael is a senior software architect making $220,000. Combined income, $500,000. 10 years ago, when they earned $205,000 combined, they felt comfortable. They had $15,000 in savings and were contributing to retirement. Today, making $500,000, they have $2,400 in checking and $0 in savings. When their HVAC system failed and needed $8,000 in repairs, it went on a credit card. Here's how that happens. That $500,000 is not what they take home. After federal taxes, payroll taxes, Medicare surtaxes, and California state tax, nearly $195,000 disappears. Their $500,000 salary becomes $305,000 take-home, or $25,446 per month. Now watch where it goes. When Sarah became a VP, their income jumped from $205,000 to $500,000, and they upgraded their life to match their new status. They bought a $2.1 million home in Palo Alto. Mortgage, $10,980. Property taxes, $2,100. Insurance, $520. Maintenance, $1,750. Landscaping, $320. Total housing, $15,670 per month. That leaves $9,776. Then the cars. Michael leases a Tesla Model S, $1,050. Sarah leases a BMW X5, $890. Insurance, charging, maintenance, $880. Transportation, $2,820 per month. Remaining, $6,956. Now, the kids. Both children attend private school, not because public schools are bad, but because this is what everyone at their income level does. Tuition, $98,000 per year. That's $8,167 per month. They're now negative $1,211, and they haven't eaten yet. Groceries, $1,100. Dining out and delivery, $2,200. Gyms and personal training, $1,050. Kids' activities, $1,550. Professional wardrobe, $800. Housekeeper, $960. Vacations averaged $4,500. Here's the total. Monthly spending, $38,817. Monthly take-home, $25,446. They're overspending by $13,371 every month. So what actually happens? They cut a few things. Skip a vacation. Reduce dining out. Tell themselves the bonus will fix it. But the bonus gets eaten by property taxes, insurance bills, repairs, and irregular expenses. Their old $15,000 emergency fund disappears to HVAC repairs, roof leaks, dental bills. Goldman Sachs calls this the financial vortex. At $205,000, their lifestyle cost $180,000. They save $25,000 a year. At $500,000, their lifestyle costs $500,000. They save zero. And now they're stuck. They can't pull their kids out of school. They're locked into leases. Their mortgage is 30 years. One job loss, one tech layoff, and their entire financial structure collapses within months. Now, compare them to their friends. Jennifer and David earn $180,000 combined. $2,800 mortgage. Public schools for their children. Paid off Hondas. They save $2,500 a month and have $40,000 in cash. Who's actually wealthier? Higher income, less security, more money, fewer options. That's what Goldman Sachs exposed. At certain income levels, luxuries become necessities. Private school isn't indulgent, it's expected. The Tesla isn't flashy, it's normal. The vacation isn't excess, it's what your peers do. Your reference point shifts. You stop comparing yourself to average Americans and start comparing yourself to neighbors who also make $500,000. So what's the solution? Make $500,000. Live like you make $250,000. Invest the rest. A $1.3 million home, instead of $2.1 million, saves $7,600 a month. Public school saves $8,167 a month. Reliable paid-off cars save $2,820 a month. That's $18,600 per month, over $220,000 a year invested. That's real wealth. That's freedom. But Sarah and Michael built a life that requires every dollar they earn. And now they can't escape without tearing it apart. That's the trap. High income doesn't create wealth. Controlled expenses do. Real wealth doesn't signal. Real wealth gives you options. If this changed how you think about money, subscribe and comment. What upgrade would you refuse after your next raise? Don't build a golden cage. Now you know the trap. What are you going to do about it?